ladies and gentlemen, the President-elect, Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Hello everyone, thank you for joining us for our second press conference of President-elect Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Good evening, Mr. President. He will deliver his opening remarks, and after that we will be very happy to take your questions. Mr. President?
I'd like to make a preliminary statement, just to lay the predicate of the discussion for tonight. Journalists being killed. Well, you know, I will give you the whole dimension about Philippine journalists and journalism. I would not want to claim to be an authority of the subject, but let me just share with you, by way of the tenets of life, kung ano talaga itong journalism. I was around when my father was in government, and way back in 1957, then sa akin for 22 years, 23 congressman and vice mayor. I'd like, because every politician in this country is listening right now, governors, the mayors, the congressmen, and all, and they would be happy to learn or hear these things coming from my mouth. Alam mo, tatlong journalism dito sa Pilipinas. Do not ever think that I am here to beautify a journalist. That's not my business. Now, in the matter of killings of journalists, it happens everywhere. Now, there are three kinds of journalists in this country. Those who are the crusaders, telling the truth, bearing it all before the public. And sometimes they hate big business, or those who cannot tolerate the truth being exposed to the public. To yung mga crusaders, and they do not accept money. What is very important to them is their profession and telling the truth to the whole world. Ito yun. Then there's a second class of journalists in this country. Yun yung mga mouthpiece ng vested interest. It could be mining, defending the miners. It could be anything. It could be something which is an agent for whatever, and those engaged in businesses or enterprises which need to be defended, and that's what we call the publicists and the PROs. The third is the low life of journalists. Ito yung nagbabiyahe, accepting money from illegal sources, exposing wetting, and in return keeping shut their mouth. Whose greed is unlimited. So they are paid now, then they ask for more, and if there's nothing coming their way, they talk more, they destroy people and family, and they die. Yan. And I'm sure that all the senators, all the congressmen, all the governors and mayors and councilors of this country would find agreement in my statement. It's about time we compare it, deny each other the truth. Para wala naman. Ang problema kasi dito, when you ask a question to us sa mga politiko, it is as if the person killed is a saint. Just because he's a journalist, he's not supposed to be killed because he's a journalist. Huwag na tayo magpulaan dito. I'm saying this without excuses. No apologies, no nothing. You like to hear it? Fine. If you don't, so be it. That's the truth. So tayo alam ninyo yan. They abound, the vultures, pretending to be journalists. Ang problema dito, who claims to be journalist, makes money out of it, mounting money, extorting money from the people, and he is killed, and he is glorified because he's journalist. Kung ganon, if that is the case, then urge everybody, yung walang trabaho, if you do not have any work, and you have graduated from college, be a journalist and make money to the hill. Huwag tayo magbulahan dito. Yan talaga ang journalism. That is the truth. At ako na lang pagsabi sa inyo, oh, why do I care? It's the truth. You can ask any congressman now. You can ask any governor, any senator, and that's it. There's always a paid act. It's not only in other professions. Police, do not ever think that you are in a field of purity. Ako magsalita kayo rin Islami for what? God. You must be joking. You must be joking. Huwag ninyo akong sasabihin ko sa dito sa Davao, okay mga dyan, may gusto akong upakan. My son wanted to just buy plastic. Pati anak ko, hinihingan pa ng mga ulod. They think that there's something to do. Because you accept into your faith journalist people who could not even write straight sentence. Then they go there to their publishers, write anything, and the proofreader will correct it. And he goes around asking money. You want to say, you visit the incognito. You join me in one when I go around. And I would point out, yan. Wala tayo magpulahan dito. Halos lahat tumingi. Anak mo. Ayaw ko na magsalita. Lahat. I said, no apologies. You like it? Fine. You know? What's your problem? I said, I am not here. I cannot protect all journalists all over the Philippines. Now, if you belong to the first group, the ones that are really bona fide journalists, you run the risk, you expose something. Corruption and all. That's a risk. It's like soldiering. You join the army, there's always a chance that when you go out today for a patrol, and you get an encounter, and you're killed. In journalism, you speak the truth firmly, then you invite danger. Well, of course, we want to protect you. But I cannot assign to every journalist who's crusading, doing his thing, and in return being killed. Bakit at the question, kami yung kontrabida? Ask, well, what is his category? And you would know. Just look at the paper and you would know. Huwag na natin pag-usapan yan. You read the newspaper. And the things they write about their fellow human being. Minsan binababag mo na. You forget in this country that in the revised penal code, there is the protection of life. At hindi pa yan nawala. Just because there is a free speech, free assembly. That is on paper. That is not emotion of a human being. What is written there is not the emotion of the person. Honor. Honor. especially if it is false, kagaya nung ginawa ng last election kayo taga Davao. Makita ninyo yung basura, both in the network and the newspaper. City garbage, Trillanes was pouring in and everybody, well, of course it's money. We asked one, bakit ganon siya? And he answered, it's the executive, it's tapon siya. Negosyo kasi ito, yun. Kasi, putang ilang kalukuhan. Is that the answer? Bakit naman sinubrahan ninyo? Alam mo, negosyo rin. Negosyo ito. So, you deal in a business that destroy the honor and the... Kaya ngayon, pag hiniya mo isang ang tao, tapos tanungin siya ng anak niya, tayo magnanakaw ka pala, papatayin ka talaga, durado yan. There will always be a reckoning one of these days. Because the Philippines until now considers honor and life on the same level. Huwag mo lang sabihin na that journalism you suffer. Maghanap talaga yan ng... Kaya you go into an excess or you indulge in excesses. You'll get it. You will get it. And I am not encouraging people, but lahat ng tao, siraan mo, bababuyin mo. For example, sabihin mo, ay yung anak ni Duterte, si Sara, umalis ng Pilipinas kasi doon ang anak. O sabihin mo yung asawa niya, may dinadalang DI gabi-gabi. May ikaw. Kung sabihin ko sa inyo, yung asawa mo ng aliwa, alam mo ba na wala ka dito kaya sa probinsya, ginagalang ng asawa ko? How would you feel? Are you aware that your wife is committing adultery every time you are out of the town? Ano sabihin niya? How would you feel? No, sabihin nga, hindi mo ba alam ang asawa mo, puta na, mamumulta pang wala ka? Kayong nagsusulat, okay yan. Because you have the luxury of whatever you want to write, whatever garbage that you want, in the name of public service, in the name of truth. That's bullshit. You go to a bank, tapos maghingi ka, like what Pana did. He was extorting money everywhere. And he would say, do not deposit in that bank because it's losing money. It's about to close. So everybody was paying him. And there was this confrontation by the KBP. There was this discussion about this paper. What did he do? He went to that meeting at the Upper View carrying an Armalite. So, he was a journalist. He was threatening the broadcaster. You, media from Davao, should tell this. We're about to, in the group of KBP, kapisanan ng broadcasters sa Pilipinas, it's a self-regulating body. And there was this discussion that day about censoring him. He went there with an Armalite and with a group of goons and threatened to kill people. And you say that is a hero. Putang, anong klase? Kaya pagka ganon, no apologies. Bullshit. You want it? Fine. If you do not accept it, so be it. And so, magpragkahan na tayo. It's better to tell the truth and agree on the truth rather than play bullshit with journalism. Ano? Lahat is taksyon. Pera-pera yan. Sagutin ka, negosyo lang ito eh. So you sacrifice the truth because pera-pera lang ang negosyo ng mga TV network. Kung, you know, when they do it and they would say, well, tao lang kami, we're all human beings. Pag kabila, kami dito, kasi demonyo lang yan sila. Dapat talaga ma-expose. And to tell you that you sacrifice human dignity and truth for money, all of you. May mga newspaper, may mga... It's about time, just like the priests in this country, just like the bishop in whole city. Nothing is going right here. When they do it, it's good. When they ask, even aware of the separation of the church and state, you ask vehicles from the president and you get SUV. And when the due time comes and you say, it was for charity, a luxury car for charity, my dear bishops. Isa pa kayo mga putang ina. What a hypocrite society. When you fondle us when we were young, going into confession, holding our faith, and asking us what are our sins, and you keep fondling us while we are pouring out our sins, then you pretend to be the righteous institution in this country. At kung mag-atake kayo, church, journalism, politicians, police, all. Us unveil it so that we can understand each other and live in a democracy that is run by truth. And that was in 1950. To whom shall we find it? Itong si Oka Cross, another idiotic bishop. Who you suggest politics? Where will you find it? That's acts of lasciviousness. It prescribes in about 5 years, 10 years. There's no more crime. What court shall hear it? The priest is in hell. Long time ago, he died. How much did they pay the offended parties? 25 million. And you still insist on hypocrisy. Huwag kayo bumoto because Duterte have families. There are a lot of bishops of families. I will not stop. And I can spend the whole 6 years of my presidency exposing you and attacking you. Bakit? Kayo lang ba? This is not a one-sided affair, by the way. There are politicians who would accept it and swallow it, not me. That is why I said, I can lose the presidency anytime. I can lose my life and honor anytime. That's what I said. I will not die if I will not become president. So, don't fuck with me. I'm willing to throw my last card. Hindi ako ganong ugali na politician like the Americans na mapahiya na dahil swallow and stick it down there for so many years. No? I can even lose the privilege before inauguration. Do not give that, this out that bullshit. Kayo rin. Kayong mga journalist, alam ninyo yan, nagbubulaan tayo. There are those who are really into the paid mouthpiece. They write about the brains of politicians as if they are not. Nako. But I can write, I can have my own website and attack you. All that I have to do is to make a research of your life and the life of your children and daughter, and I will just put it there. Ganon yan. You do that and we will do it. Then start remembering in the past what you did. I will bring it up. Hindi ko kayo ginaganti. Hinahamon ko kayo. do not have the public outcry. You think too much. You know, guys, you think too much of yourself. Just because you are that in that honored role, their membership, they think that you can have your peace. Yeah. Alam mo ano, you want your cake and eat it too. That's the problem of some journalists in this country. Having one's cake and eating it. Okay, I'm through with my rantings. If you want more, then you can talk about it. If worse comes to worse, then we'll have just to expose each other. Sige. Then I'll give you the name of persons that I have given money who are all journalists. Gusto ninyo? Not only money. Favor sometimes. Huwag na niyo akong ano niya kasi President Duterte are vulnerable to attack. So not me. Not me. Any question?
All right. For orderly proceedings, ladies and gentlemen, we have a list here of those we will ask to ask specific questions.
I will answer anything about journalism, and I'll give you the truth. Go ahead.
We will give you only one question with a follow-up. First on the list, but before you ask your question, state your name for the record. And the Rocky Ignacio of PTV4.
Having said that, how do you intend to maintain naman good relations with other journalists? Hindi naman po parang lahat ganon. And
Well, I said that everybody, there are exceptions. The crusading and the true ones. Pero mayroon rin dito mga journalist na inyo, nandyan pa, gusulat pa sa, pag nandito, sabihin mo kay Mayor, patalawa ng durian. Well, of course, it's pitan, but that's only. Now, hindi lahat, kaya sinabi ko, I was very careful. There are those crusaders, telling the truth and sacrificing the way they live in simple life, because they do not crave for the things that they do not have and cannot afford.
So, President, hindi ba na-compromise naman yung issue ng message mo dun sa mga talagang victims nung sa media killings?
Well, I said that was the reason. He must have been killed because he was a truthful guy, a crusader, or he was a mouthpiece of everybody, or else he was there into extortion activities. Karamihan dyan sa third, extortion activities. Kaya pinapatayan. I'm just telling you the terrain. It is not, and that is what I have learned. My father was governor here for the longest time. And I was small, I could hear what they were talking there. They were discussing. I was there during election time, and who was paid and who was not. I was there when my father discussed about the virtues in the likes of Chuck Nunez, Doresa. They were the journalists, as a journalist. Meron yung iba, meron dito pinatay. At ako pa ang pinagbibintingan, pala pakialam dyan. Remember, you were there that I was the guest of Sunstar. Anybody from Sunstar?
Stella.
And we were there at night because sinabi ko, there was this guy who was crying because his father's name or the memory of his father was desecrated. And he was crying, and there were a lot of journalists there, broadcasters, about 4, one coming from the government station. And he was standing there beside us, and he was crying because he wanted to kill the guy because, I said, he took the name of the father in vain, not knowing, but the week before, the father died already. Kaya and I said, and I stood up and put him in one corner. There were stools in the bar, and I said, sit down. And, that is how life is being lived now. You have to make some adjustments. It's a democratic. At tapos, matay ako pa pigbintangan. Why would I kill him? He made me popular. He made me mayor for almost 9 terms. So why would I kill him? He was making me popular because he was yakking, and people knew that he was a criminal. He was into extortion. True, at one time, I am the guy, and I will never send anybody to kill you. There was an occasion that I could not really. I went to the casino, look for him with a gun, and the security said, "What do you want?" Naku, I want to kill Pala. Where is he? Pero kung sabihin mo mag-ambos-ambos, that's not my style. And everybody, taga Davao, naghamon talaga ako. I always challenge you to a gunfight. From the military, lahat na dito. May isang idiot rin na general dumaan dito. When I was General Matiliano, I challenge him to a gunfight. I always do that. I do not. You know, I do it myself. I want to slap you in public, I will slap you in public. If I want to kick you in public, I will kick you in public. You have known me. Now that I'm the president now, you know me. Ganon talaga ako. Hindi ako nag-uotox ng bata. As a matter of fact, may gusto akong hamunin, I always say to my security, get out of this room. Tapos, if it's a policeman there, check out. Ganon ang style ko, hindi ako I do not send people. Pero, are you true?
We are
I
raised.
am asking you if you are true. Not true to your story. Are you true to your commitments in life? Yes, you appear not to be the other way around.
We are raised at TV5. Are you here? Mia, Reyes.
You're still beautiful, Rafi. Abutan mo na lang ako dito, presidente na ako. Sinasnap mo yung tao.
Mia Reyes.
Your husband is here? We'll throw him to the city. The back of this is the seat.
Ms. Reyes, your
Sir, good
question,
evening.
please.
Mia Reyes po from TV5. I'm about to ask another topic. Would it be okay, sir, on the cat call?
We're leaving now the journalistic
Okay, sir. Okay. May
Not
I
yet?
just
No,
may I
no,
get
no.
your reaction, sir? Because some media organization are urging some journalists to boycott your briefings, sir. Just for your reaction on that, sir.
I do not want publicity, you know that. It would be good if you disappear and I'll just stick with the Rocky Ignacio. I've known her since when? During Marcos' time, he was posing a microphone over my face. So, may mouth. Ginanon ko, pinapakain mo yung... Siya pa ang galit. Mag-boycott na kayo. As a matter of fact, I'm urging you, make this trip the last in Davao City. I do not care if there's nobody covering me. You know very well that before I ran for president, nobody knew me or knows my face. Why? You know, Manila guys, I hate giving interviews. That's why I would be content with a camera, a cell phone taking pictures of me when the first time in the history of this republic. Do not cover me. Total, nandyan yung si Rocky sa Malacanang Press. We have our own. So just tell the people that if you want to go your KTV4, everybody listening, KTV4 na lang kayo makinig. I'm asking you guys, do not ever come back. And if I get to live the day when I become, if God would make me alive, breathing here, I would only want to say a few. Tama na yun sa akin yung threatening. Sinasabi ko sa hindi talaga nila nakuha pala kayo, magago kayo. I said, I am ready to lose the presidency. Now, or my honor, or my life, just do not fuck with me. Do not put into printed words. You review the tapes of what I said. Enough to us given as a foundation. And I was just said, most of the time, yung mga crusaders, yung first class, the number 1 category, they seldom die because their opinions are respected and they are righteous. The second one, yung mga publicists, the mouthpiece of some politicians or almost all of the politicians of it. Medyo lang yan sila. But the third one, yung extortionists, the vultures of journalism, yan ang maraming namamatay. Kung tinamaan kayo niyan, if you are a vulture of journalism today, but that's not my problem, Now, if you are a man, I'm telling the networks, do not come here. I do not need you. Just go around and tell the people na this is the program of government, and you would know it from your... And I would ask the cabinet to about you. If you want to say something, go to Rocky Ignacio. Rocky Ignacio, you come to me because I have something to say. Alam pa ako maghanap sa'yo dyan sa Malacanang. No. As a matter of fact, I'm challenging you guys. Kill journalism, stop journalism in this country. If you are worth your salt, you should accept the challenge. Pagka hindi, mababa na ang tingin ko sa inyo. Para kayong takot. So, any other question? You will receive
Ruth Palo Dumandan from
Okay. Kayo may nagpapatanong na po if you're going to change now your style.
I am not. I will never change my style, my character, and identity. My identity is my universal. That is the identity that God gave me. I will never change it for anybody. Not for threats, not for insults, not for anything. I said I was elected president to beautify yung mga namatay na, what can I do? You are there, there is always a risk. There is always a risk. In any of the categories, there is always a risk. Even the good ones who died along the way, they exposed something maybe that benefited the country. I would like to admit that. Speaking for the truth, and those who really died unnecessarily. Pero kayong mga low life on the third, you can die for all I care. Hinihingi ninyo, pumapasok kayo ng illegal, hingi kayo ng hingi dyan sa mga, lalo na magtanggap ka ng sa mga police. If there's a racket in the police, and then you papatulan mo, then you ask for more and more and more, because your greed has no limit, that is why you die. Marami akong alam dyan. Ganon yan. Weting, sakla. That's what, once and for all, we have to stop corruption in this country. If you think that I am not sincere, that is not my problem. So be it. I am not asking you to understand me. I'm just telling you what I want to do for my country. Period. I do not have to please you. I do not have to convince you. Bakit ang mapunta? Why would I go down on bended knees just for you to believe me? That's bullshit. President, was it really? Is it my worst as a person?